I did watch Trump's Gettysburg speech. It was a good speech. My only question is, where was that speech last Sunday night when he was given a minute to present his views? Wasn't there. So anyway, he's given a lot of speeches. I've listened to some of them. My first observation, and this is going to sound conspiratorial, but when Mayor Giuliani, which I'm going to be Trump-like, I'm going to call him Creepy Rudy, because he was creepy. He got up there and was talking about all the blood that was shed at Gettysburg, and this especially comes from the work of Michael Tazarian and Jordan Maxwell and people like that, which are conspiracy theorists. But they say that this insignia that soldiers wear and the blood is some kind of religious ceremony to these people that own our world, own everything. And I just got a chilling feeling from it. Whether that's good, bad, or indifferent, maybe that says a lot more about me than it does about Rudy. But yeah, it creeped me out. I felt very creeped out by it. I didn't get that feeling when Mr. Trump got up and started talking about the sacrifices made at Gettysburg. And I will just say right up front that I don't agree with the Civil War. I don't agree with the Revolutionary War. I don't agree with any of those wars. I understand they had to be fought. They're a part of our history. But I don't agree with war as a solution to all our problems. It's getting very dangerous. And I think war is the main reason behind global warming. All this military spending and all this military... I think it's a big reason behind the pollution in the world. I can't prove that. That is a supposition on my part. Anyway, he had three main themes in his Gettysburg address. He spoke to the fact that America is essentially a third world country in major parts of the country, and he wanted to rebuild the economy. He was going to do this through tax programs. He used the figure 25 million to put people to work in 10 years. I want to let you know that the Chinese put 27 million people to work in 6 months. And they got a lot more population, but still the same number of people. So he discussed that. Number one, that he was going to put people back to work. Number two, he spent a lot of time on draining the swamp, getting rid of the politicians, and those, as they say in wrestling, those got a big pop from the crowd. People are very upset about the corruption. He had several measures where he would impose term limits, change the Constitution. He cited articles of which things he would do. He also spoke about making senators and representatives wait 5 years before they become lobbyists. And that was his second major theme. And his third major theme was the immigration problem. And the thing that I remember is he had made this point that some of these guys that had killed people had been sent out of the country 10 times. And he said that, like they did in California when I was out there, that it would be like a strike, that every time somebody gets caught, they're going to start giving them a long jail sentence. So after a while, if they hear their buddies are in jail for 10 years, they'll stay out. He also said if these countries didn't accept their immigrants, he would impose sanctions on them. So his basic program is rebuild America, as he said. Not a lot of specifics. It was a good speech. One of my YouTube followers called it a historic speech. Well, I'll say it'll be historic if he wins. Because I'm going to tell you something. I gave my kids advice for years. I said, don't get caught. That's what I always told them. In other words, I'm about results. If he wins, if I'm all for him, if he loses and he gets out and uses this massive amount of people for public activism, for him to get his ideas through, because he doesn't have to be a president to get his ideas through. He doesn't have to be that. He can do this. He can do this with his money and his followers. He doesn't even have to use his money. He can get it from his own people if he wants to be an activist. Okay, well, we'll wait and see what happens. All right, bye.